Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about an exercise that I recently completed. And after completing the exercise, I said, why don't I share my learnings with everyone on YouTube? So what did I do? I basically took massive amount of screenshots because I needed to capture some text from different websites, and then I converted those screenshots into a text format so that I can do the data analysis. It sounds very simple, and now that I've done it, it is quite simple. But one thing I realized fairly quickly was that there are a lot of steps involved, and if you want to do it for a very low cost or even for free, then it means that you would have to end up using many different tools. So in this case, I used multiple different tools, and I will talk about them in a bit. So looking at this presentation that I prepared, uh, I've titled it Screenshots to Text via OCR via ChatGPT, Gemini CLI, DeepSeek, and Google Vision API. And in this video, I'm going to give you an overview on how to complete this assignment and which tools to use. So basically, the objective was to, yes, capture text from over 300 screenshots to structure text in a fast way. And the approach I took, or I should say the path I took, was as follows. I took screenshots from browser. I saved those screenshots in a local drive. Then I used a tool to capture all that text. We stored that text in a CSV. Once we had the raw text, we converted it into structured text into columns for easy data analysis. Let's take a closer look. So here are different things that I tried before I finally came up with a good solution that worked for me. So the very first approach I took was I used ChatGPT, and I used their chat prompt, their browser, and I started uploading 10 screenshots at a time, and I asked it to give me the text that was in the pictures. And it did a very good job. It was highly accurate. It was able to capture text from the screenshots, and it was able to use its model to basically remove the stuff that I did not want and keep the stuff I want. And then not only that, it was able to give me all the text in the format I wanted. So it did basically the final solution was what I wanted. However, this approach was very, very labor exhaustive. What I mean by that is there's a limit of 10 pictures at once that you can upload in ChatGPT. And because I was dealing with more than 300 pictures, I just said to myself, okay, this will take me hours and hours, days and days. So I said, no, I need to find something better to use. One thing I like to add that this ChatGPT, I did notice that it got worse and worse with time. So that's why I've written down that it became unstable. So I found that at first it was capturing all the text I wanted, but then later on it just started saying NA for some of the content, for some of the text that was there. So I guess ChatGPT it started getting weaker and weaker with as time went on, and I thought that was very strange. So I was a little bit frustrated, and I wasn't really sure if I want to spend many hours using ChatGPT, and at the end find out that okay, like it's still missing some information. So yes, in conclusion, for ChatGPT, at first the solution was exactly what I wanted, but then over time it got worse, and yes, and the fact that it has a limit of 4 pictures to upload at a time was a big shortcoming. So I started looking for what else I can do. Then I tried Gemini CLI. I heard about this product on LinkedIn. I think Google just announced this a few days ago, so it was trending. And I thought, why not I give it a shot? This software is for developers. And the key thing here is that you can run this from your hard drive. And if you're running anything from your hard drive, basically you don't have to worry about uploading anything anywhere. So in this case, Google Gemini, yes, I was using a chat prompt again, and it was able to capture and parse all files in one shot. Took about 10 minutes, and it was very convenient because, as I alluded to it earlier, you don't have to upload anything, so I didn't have to upload any files. I just ran the prompts, and then I started doing something away from my computer, and this model was running. Uh, However, I also ran into issues with this model. Uh, it worked for the first 80 questions, and then it stopped working. I have a hunch it stopped working because uh, I said 80 questions. I meant 80, basically 80 snapshots, 80 screenshots. So it worked well, but then I think maybe I ran out of my free tokens or free access to this software. It basically stopped working, and at one point started telling me that it cannot perform OCR, which was very strange because we know that Google Gemini can perform OCR. And then, yes, and then the other thing I noticed was that, yes, it kept downgrading me from Gemini Pro 2.5 model to Gemini Flash. And Gemini Flash, I think, is a little bit inferior than Gemini Pro. So that was a big uh, challenge that I saw, or big setback that I had. And then it had a really hard time saving all my files into a CSV format for some reason. So I was able to, yes, the first 80 questions I did, it was able to save into CSV, but then later on I just started playing around when it was not working. I said, okay, just give me a text file. But even the text file, it did a really poor job. It was just appending in the text file, meaning it was just replacing all the text, but it was not accumulating all the text into a text file. So I had a lot of different issues. It was a big disappointment overall because I could not use this tool to the very end. But overall, at least I kept things moving forward. I knew that besides ChatGPT, if I spend more hours on this, I can probably get more than 80 questions out of this Gemini. And then finally, this last third option that I tried, this is what really worked for me. And as you can see, it was a bunch of different tools that I had to use. So basically, to make this whole exercise successfully completed, I had to use ChatGPT, I had to use DeepSeek, I had to use Google Vision API, and Jupyter Lab. So basically, I realized that okay, like if I want to do this, I would have to do it in my local computer. I would have to run Python and execute all the files using my own memory. And I also realized that, okay, I need to use some tools that are available in Google Cloud to make things work. So what did I do? I used ChatGPT for Python code and guidance on Google Cloud. So basically, I asked ChatGPT, okay, what else can I try? How can I do OCR conversions? And it said you can use Google Cloud, and you can use some tools from there. Specifically, you can use Google Vision API, and that's what I ended up using. So it had been a while since I used Google Cloud, and I asked ChatGPT to show me how to use Google Cloud, how to enable the API there, and all that stuff. And yeah, set up my security key. So it really helped me there. And by the way, before I forget, I should mention that this Google Vision API was for free. I did not use it for too long, and I did not use too many tokens, so it didn't charge me anything. This is my Google Cloud page. You can see that nothing, I didn't get billed for anything. Just going back to here, uh, I used, yes, Google Vision API for OCR, and next one I have here is that I use DeepSeek Chat API in Jupyter Notebook to convert text capture to a structured table. Okay, so I'll get to that in a second, but basically I asked ChatGPT to to write me code to basically uh, use OCR from Google Cloud to convert these screenshots to text. And once I had the raw text, I used AI. I I do not have I do not have ChatGPT AI, but I do have DeepSeek API, which is so much cheaper. I'm talking cents here that I use to convert from raw text into the structured text that I want. And if I go here, okay, so this is the final pipeline I used. Basically, first, to generate screenshots, I asked ChatGPT to write me a Python code so that I can use it in Jupyter Lab. And the whole idea was to take screenshots from my browser, from my screen. And the Python code basically said take screenshots every 2 seconds. And basically, I ended up taking like many screenshots of many different websites. So basically, as every 2 seconds, I was making sure that I'm going to a different website that I want to capture notes from. So if I go here, I can show you these are all the pictures I took, like 190 pictures. And then we ended up converting all of these into text. Speaking of text, yes, so the next item I did was I captured text from screenshots. So basically, I used ChatGPT to get Python code to extract and parse text from the images into a CSV file. So if you click here, where's my CSV files? So basically, you can see this is all the text that came in my CSV file, but you can see it's not organized properly. Basically, each picture has its own cell, and that's not how I want it. So what I do, step three is I converted this raw text to structure table. So I use ChatGPT to get a Python code that uses DeepSeek AI to convert raw text to structured format into CSV. So now if I show you my other CSV, you can see that okay, you can see that yes, you can see I've got columns, I've got headers, I've got all my content split into many different columns. It's well organized, and you can see that I can do data analysis now on this. So basically, that's the assignment I had, and I was able to do it. It took me a while to figure all of this out. I hope this video helps you. If you have any comments, any thoughts, feel free to reach out to me, leave comments, or connect to me on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere you like. That's it, everyone. Thank you and have a great day.